Imagine, if you had a tiny, magical compass that could guide you to your success, would you take it? Today I want to talk about the word what we all think we know, but I'm sure that many of us would be surprised to hear what that really means. And the word is success. Actually, I looked up its definition in the dictionary, and it says the attainment of money, fame, or status. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I first read it, I felt like something was missing. I was like, is that what really success means? Is that all? I felt it seemed so limited, so shallow, right? I thought there must be something more to it. You know, I was always priding myself on being ambitious and driven. However, when I read this, I felt like I had missed something super important. So it left me wondering, what if there's more to success? What if it's not as simple as you can see here on the screen? What if it's not all about appearances or social recognition? So in today's stage, in the next few minutes, I'm going to take you through my own journey with the word success. And I hope that many of you, by the end of this talk, will start thinking differently about your own version of success. When I was little, I had a very different idea of what success was. For me, success was super simple. It was all about being allowed to stay up a bit later than I used to, eating more sweets than I was supposed to, or staying up late and getting out of nap time in the kindergarten. I remember thinking that not having to sleep in the middle of the day was the ultimate success. Yeah, at that time success was so innocent, so pure. And there was no pressure, no competition, just simple joys that made me feel like I was winning. However, as we grow older, life has a way of introducing new standards, and that's when things started to change for me. By the time I hit my teenage years, I was already comparing myself to others. The pressure to fit in grew stronger. Suddenly, success was not about eating more sweets than I was supposed to or staying up late. That was about looking a certain way, acting a certain way, and being a certain way. Success became about having So, at that time, it was a hard time for me, as you can understand. I remember looking at all of these people, at all of these people around me who were looking so successful with their perfect bodies and perfect lives, and thinking, that's what success looks like. That's what I need to be. But no matter how hard I tried to fit in with all of these expectations, I never felt successful. Despite ticking some boxes, I still felt like something was missing. I did not feel happy. I did not feel like I was enough. There I was, dissatisfied, always chasing something that I could not even define. I realized that I had adopted other people's version of success without ever stopping to ask, is that what I really want? So then, another hard topic for me, then life threw me a curveball. In 2022 in Ukraine, my country was thrust into war. Suddenly, the way I saw success had to shift
dramatically. Actually, today marks the 1008th day of full-scale war, and now I want to show you a video that will explain what I'm talking about. And I need to warn you, if you're sensitive, it's better to close your eyes and to cover your ears. So let's watch it.
You may have seen these images for 1,000 times, for 1,000 days. They may be starting to blur, but the war should not. Russian missiles and drones still target Ukrainian cities. They are just as deadly as on the first day of the full-scale invasion. Russian attacks on people, culture, and nature are just as devastating. Every loss, every family torn apart, every city reduced to ruins is just as heartbreaking. The threat may blur on the news, but it is just as real. Day 1, or 1,000. Do not look away from the war.
When the war breaks out, everything changes. Suddenly, the way I looked, the way how many followers I had on Instagram, all of these things suddenly became absolutely insignificant for me. Success was about survival. That was about staying alive and making sure that my family was safe. Success became about the basics. A warm bed, as you can see here, we're sleeping in the basement, a food, any meal, and a roof over my head. I started to realize that what truly mattered was not what others said I should have, but what made me feel safe, complete, and happy. Okay, now we're going to talk about something positive. Now you might be thinking, Daria, you just said that success is not what society tells us, but how can you be sure that you're successful? Let me tell you a little secret. Success is a perspective. If you were to judge me by Ukrainian society standards, you would say that I'm completely unsuccessful. I'm 22 years old, I'm still studying. In Ukraine, when you hit this age, you've been already working for 3 years, and many of my classmates have stable jobs and careers. I don't have one. I've switched my careers twice, and I'm still figuring out what to do with my whole life. I don't have a six-figure salary, I don't have big savings, and some of that feels pretty scary, right? Especially when you live in the country where there's a war. I'm not married, I don't have children, and at the time when many of my classmates have been already married, or some of them have been married twice, I feel like it's still a standard that I feel like I have to meet. But here's the truth. I'm successful, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm successful because I'm alive. I'm successful to have all of these people. This is my family. I'm successful to have such a close connection with them. I'm successful to, even though my father has been fighting for almost 3 years in the front lines, we've managed to keep in touch, and I'm lucky to see him whenever I can. By the way, today is his birthday, so it's never народження, Tato. I'm successful because I have a partner who loves me and supports me every step on the way. We don't have the big house or picture-perfect life, but we love each other, and we make the most of the time that we have together. I'm successful because I had the opportunity to travel a lot for the last 2.5 years. I've been to so many different countries. I've learned a lot about different people and about their backgrounds. And I even got a scholarship, thanks God, to being able to get all of this experience. And yeah, I've grown in so many different ways that some other people did not even get a chance to. And so, even though I'm not where my society tells I should be, I'm thriving my own way. Because success is not about fitting into someone else's timeline. That's about living on your own terms. So finally, I'm going to share something useful with you. Over time, I realized these 3 key foundations about success and how to get it.
reflection, relationships, and resilience. Reflection. Taking a moment to pause and ask yourself, is this where I really want to? Not what others expect, but what fulfills you. Success starts when you define it on your own terms. Relationships. I believe that success is not about being alone at the top. That's about the people who stand by you, your family, friends, and community. They shape and support your journey. Resilience. Life will test you. Life is testing you now, right? So success lies in your ability to rise again and being able to moving forward despite any of the setbacks that you're going to have throughout your life. So as for conclusion, I want to tell you that you don't have to meet any society's expectations to be successful. Look at how far you've come, what person you've built, and what you've overcome. Because success is not a destination, that's the journey, the growth, and the person that you're becoming along the way. Thank you.